Hi, my name is Michael G, and I'd like to welcome you to one of our videos, and make videos for helping someone get to know themselves better so that they can be in truth. My videos will definitely impact you once you've had some sort of enlightenment. Before that, you might most likely not want to hear or see anything that will disrupt your defense mechanism or your armoring or whatever it is that is maintaining the false identity that almost everybody has. And there are extremes to these false identities or character defenses. And today, before we get started, remember, there are a lot of videos, and a lot of my videos also reference older material. So there's definitely value in every one of them, even ones from 3 years ago, at the beginning of the Truth of Everything video, which started the series. They will definitely impact your life. We hope you subscribe, you share this video with other people, because there's a lot of people that need help these days. And also, if you're so inclined, we have a Patreon page, and if you feel that these videos have benefited you, we're going to make them on a regular basis. Right now I'm on an everyday video, and we're going to progressively, not linearly, but step by step, give you different aspects of how the narcissist works, how you work with the narcissist, why things work the way they do. And today's video is really on the enablers to the narcissist. I haven't really done a full video just on them. So we're going to discuss enabling. And the enabler to the narcissist or psychopath is not the victim. Now I got to quantify that for you a bit, because there's probably some people flipping out right now. But if you watch these videos, they keep telling you that the person in this relationship, this guy or this woman, is not the problem. They have a good heart, they're giving, loving, and you're innocent, you didn't do nothing wrong, you have a good heart. I literally heard these videos say that you got a good heart. You went through 5 relationships, and every one of the relationships turns into this, and meanwhile you're the one with the good heart. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you. There's something called personal responsibility, and like when a kid breaks a dish or something, and you confront the kid, you can say, what happened? And maybe your voice might be charged, and the child knows inherently did something wrong, and then the parent might be overbearing, maybe not. But what's the first thing the child does? It does not take responsibility. It says, oh, I don't know what happened. Like, you know what happened. The kid broke the thing. But the kid does not have personal responsibility. Now, that's okay when you're, right in the beginning of your verbal stages between 1.5 years and 3 to 5. That's fine. They don't take that personal responsibility. But now what happens if that person becomes an adult? And now they don't want the same responsibility, and it's magnified. Well, that's the thing. The first place we're going to start with 2 different ideas. First, or 2 different groups of enablers. So there is the big divide. The big divide is 3 years of age. Okay? Before 3 is 1.5 years to 3, and that's the area where the child first learns the no. And no is your first attempt to create your own boundaries. It's the emergence of the head from the body. From before birth to 1.5 years, mostly the body is being formed, but the control of the self starts at 1.5 years to 3. That's why the no is so important. We know that this is where things kind of go south, and the person loses their no. Wait till you see what happens with that no. I mean, I've touched on it in different ways in other videos, but this time I'm going to really dive into it, time permitting. Now, this is where the psychopath and narcissist really flourish, when they get the inflated self, I. And then we get to the genital stage where you have rigidity. The difference between this person and this person is they're still stuck here. And this person kind of has the spirit inside the body, but it's frozen. So what they did is they were able to manipulate themselves. They're more refined. So this is the unrefined, this is the refined, and this one actually passed. Remember, they passed this stage. Once they pass this stage, where'd they get from this stage? This is the inflated eye. But when they take their inflated eye and bring it here, they become covert narcissists. This is where the narcissists live. This is where the covert narcissists live. Okay, so let me give you an energetic. Energetic, what the enabler does, it doesn't, in the anal phase, 1.5 to 3 years old, this is the energy. It's the torso, and the hands is the will. So what they do is they give will instead of love. But to everybody else, you think that they're doing things. They do things for everybody. But to everybody else, they think, oh, they got such a big heart. They just do everything. Well, they're doing everything not because of love. They're doing it because what happened with the no. And they have to say yes. And we're going to really get into that in just a minute. And then you have... well, I put down psychopath feminist this picture because this is very similar. This is the woman who has it together. It could be man too, but I use it more for the woman because a lot of women use this tactic more than the men. And they're attractive, and they have a very long neck. They have a very long neck. These are the covert narcissists. These are the enablers that know what they're doing. The head has formed, so they plan. These covert narcissists or enablers are the ones that I say live in mansions. They drive fancy cars, and they're frozen blocks of ice. That I can tell you. Frozen blocks of ice. We'll get to that. We might do a second video just on them. So the introduction to this is how do we get to the point where they can't say no? Alright, so let's start. So when you get to the 1.5 and 3 years of age is when the child goes through terrible twos. The terrible twos is when the child has to say no. The no creates a boundary, okay? And that boundary is, well, maybe that's not the right place. The boundary is for the new head that is supposed to emerge from the torso, okay? All right, finally we're going to make a little bit better picture here. All right, so this is the emergence of the head, and it needs to say no because this is what's got to happen. This no creates this boundary. So the mother pushes it in. The mother might use anal suppositories, and as we stated in another video, the mother makes the child not be able to make their first decision. And the first decision is to say no. That's the first decision. Okay, now the mother has been saying this no to the child before they got to this point, and then once they get to this point, the child has its own no. And this is the terrible twos. So as the child has the head pushed in, okay? All right, the head is pushed in. It has to please mommy now, because mommy says no all the time, and the child has to maintain a sense of self in relation to what's going on, the outside threat. So now the no is being said, but the no is being said on the inside of the body, and this now creates muscular, the muscles now are creating a defense. Instead of it creating the head on the outside of the body, it creates the head on the inside of the body, and an inverse happens. In the body it's saying no, so when they meet somebody on the outside they say yes. Now this person they build everything. These are workers. They'll work till death. They'll work hard in the home. They'll take care of everything. Go get the kids. Go get this. Go get that. They'll just be like, take care of everything. In the relationship with this person, they're not doing things out of love. Okay? They're in place of love. And this is why I put the hands here. In place of love, they're doing the will. The will is not love. Doing things for you is not love. That's the will. That's not love. Okay? You can definitely say that the Bible does talk about this. The word love is also the word truth. Okay? When this person says yes to this person, okay, to the narcissist or psychopath, they are controlling the head. Okay, they're controlling the head by saying the yes. By saying the yes, they're feeding the lie that the narcissist and psychopath has to eat. These people don't eat love. They can only eat lies. Now think about that for a second. You see, these are balloons. These are balloons that have been inflated. But they can't, if they're inflated with love, then they should have love on their mind. They're inflated with a lie. Because remember, they need a lie to separate from their body. This person's energy is upward. This person's energy is downward. Okay, so you have like someone that is acting like a balloon and someone that becomes an anchor. Now, in the truth of everything, which we'll go into a little bit more, you know, I said that this person is like stagnant in time. Well, you've probably seen this gravity pictures that they say, and there's a downward force. Well, that's what happens here. Because you put that no in, you're taking the particle of space and you're pushing it down into time. And when you get that, you get like a black hole. So it looks to suck things down. Along comes a narcissist, and the narcissist is like a balloon. You know, they're actually like a balloon. And you know, I said this person holds on to the balloon, and they're not holding on to the balloon to bring it downward into their own body. They want to take the balloon and put it onto them. This is the action that this person does. Now, they're not a victim. Now, I'll quantify that with time too, because maybe it takes a little time, because people aren't really in the consciousness, because they're out of space and time. They're already in a level of darkness, unless they're in the truth in their own body. So, I'll give you a year. If you're with a narcissist or psychopath for a year or less, then you could be the victim. You know. But if you're there for a year or more, you're not the victim. You're not the good-hearted person. And if you do not understand that you are part of the problem, you will repeat this again and again and again. It'll happen again and again and again. The women, when they get like this, they'll make this person violent towards them, because this person will make you rage. When they have a lot of this energy, they're actually sucking in the energy around them, and they don't move. Like if you're on a line, you'll see this if you're online in the supermarket or something, and somebody's just stagnantly stuck there, or if someone's driving, they're kind of like not moving, and you kind of like want to almost push them to move. And that's exactly the kind of energy these people give off. It's like I'm going to use a word that really what it is, okay? It's not only that you're an enabler, but you're a masochist. And this is how masochists are formed. So C-H-I-S-T. Okay, masochist. This is how the masochist is formed. The masochist will look to attract someone to give them punishment. And the wording, language is very important. Language defines things. So because this person is nearer to the truth, because the truth is in the torso, they have to see themselves as light. Because they're doing things out of the will with their hands, they think that that is love. That's not love, that's hate. When you're lying to this person to use them for your own benefit, you're not exercising love. These are not the arms of love. This is the arms of hate, because love does not have an agenda. Love is not a product of the will. And when these people have that departing, when the guy departs, well, let's say the psychopath or narcissist flees and leaves you alone for a while. What the enabler does now is it uses all its energy to bring that person back. It uses everything they can to bring the person back. Now that's not love. That is because to maintain this character defense, to maintain this distortion, to maintain the head being in here, it must justify its actions or their actions as love. But it's really will. So to justify the will, you can't have the will being broken here. That's why there's lots of tears and sobbing, and there's a lot of, I got to get him back. Now you're trying to connive a way to bring the person back. You're trying to mold yourself to bring them back. And there could be violence in this. This creates a violent situation. And granted, someone's not supposed to hit somebody else, and that is wrong. But this is a big provocation to that, because you're lying, you're feeding lies all the time, and then their head can't take it. Their head can't take it, because you're not trying to help the person to get back into their body. You want to help the person go on top of your body, and that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a really big problem. You're not going to get the results. You're not going to get the results that you want, because you're always in the lie by saying yes. Good intentions pays the way to hell. And this person just rolls into hell. And in the Bible, I didn't prepare the verse, but if they dig into hell or they climb into the sky, God will bring you up and bring you down. This head has to come out. The more that you strengthen the fact that you're gonna, the more that you strengthen that you're innocent, the more that you're solidifying this position. The more that you're going to repeat this again. It's going to happen again and again and again. And if you do pop out, and you start, I'm going to find and hunt them, well, then you're going to become like militant about this. You're going to become something called a militant feminist. And then, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. You want to get even with them for everything they did to you. But, they're not the ones that forced you to say no. They're not the ones. So, now we're going to draw the body again one more time. This time we're going to say, so what happens now is as the head descends into the body, okay, like the arms used to be here, the legs used to be here. So that no is down here, right? So what happens is the no says no to mobility. The no says no to the hands and the legs. The no says no to the control of the anus. Remember, isn't it interesting that the same 1.5 years to 3, the head gets formed here, and one of the things that the body controls is the anus. Well, I said in another video, these people might have body odor, excessive body odor and sweat, because it's locked up inside them. All these no's becomes like a cesspool inside the body. The head floats on a cesspool inside the body. That's kind of like what it is inside the body. And they're definitely going to attract people to punish them, because at the end of the day, this is a masochist. The anal phase, C-H-I-S-T, okay. The anal phase in the distortion creates a masochist. This is not a good-hearted person. They could have a big heart, sure. But when they do things for you based on the will, that's not the heart anymore. That's the will. The will is hate, it's not love. Now this is before someone is repaired. To be repaired from this, to be healed from this, you're going to have to take personal responsibility. You cannot be the 1.5 to 3-year-old child who spilt the milk and then says, "Oh, I don't know who did it," or something like that. You can't be that person. You can't be that person. So again, now the truth of everything one more time. We'll go time. We'll draw space. As the masochist is going forward in time, like this is now. This masochist is back here on other things that happened. All this that happened in the past is what makes the heaviness of the masochist or the enabler to stay. So let's bring this person now into now. Okay, that's the same masochist. What happens is, every time something happens in space and time, there's a space component, a time component, and then there's the light. Okay. Now we're supposed to happen and deal with things that happen in the now. This person now is not here. They are in the past. So what they're doing is they're literally taking the space of that no that they didn't say, and that no has weight. And that no makes them heavier. And there's another no that they didn't say. So they're taking that space, the weight of that, and they're putting it inside them. And they got another no. Okay, there's another no, another weight. Another weight. This person now is not here. They are going sub-lower and sub-lower. Okay? So when they see the balloon of the narcissist, of course they want to hold on, because this person gives them life. And it's this person, even during sex, sometimes like the punishing sex, masochist sex, and not a full charge. Like you might not get the excitement with this person. So you got to get that head out, and you got to start saying no. You got to bring these no's out of the past, out of your body, so that you can be in the now. How can this person be good if they are taking the past and bottling it up inside them and floating in a cesspool of no's? You know, this person attracts things that happen to them. If someone's going to end up getting hurt or something, you can guarantee there's a masochist there. And they're going to say yes to dangerous things so that they can get it done for mommy. You know, this is really, it's really painful for these people. But as painful as it is, you cannot sit there and say to yourself that you're innocent. You're not the fluffy bunny rabbit. And the empath ones are ones that are more, they're radiating the part that grabs onto the narcissist. The next video we're going to go into those covert narcissists, which again is the same energy, but on the other side of the after 5 years of age, where they're formed. You're going to always attract this person. If you're going to say that you're innocent, you're always going to attract this person. Or if not, you're going to try and be a hunter. You're going to want to say tell them off. I want to tell them off. Yeah, okay. You're going to tell them you're going to want to be the covert narcissist to deal with this guy. You know what? When you become into your truth and your no comes, this person will flee. or they're going to catch the argument from you, but you got to be in the truth. You cannot be in the truth if you're still carrying the no's from the past, because whenever you do vomit out the yes, you're going to lose all your power. You're just going to lose all your power. It just doesn't work. As much as I'd like to tell you it works, it doesn't work. It's not going to work for you. It's not. And these people are willfully ignorant, because remember, the head didn't pop out. So the only thing that they got to deal with is the head inside the body, and they're saying no. These people are so stubborn that they cannot learn. They cannot learn. It gets more and more into the no. They're creating their own particle, and the energy just keeps bouncing around in here. They could be oversized. They could be a bit roly-poly. They definitely, if you don't see a neck on somebody, you know that that's the energy. When the woman wants to leave the body, it's very easy to see. When the woman has, when she went past the 1.5 years and 3, but she's more developed, well, then the neck gets super long, because she's trying to leave her body as well. You don't have that in the men like that, but you definitely have that in the women. Unbelievable. Because energy shapes matter. This person becomes so heavy, and then they latch on to this. They'll do everything for you. They'll do everything for you. And but it's not love. This is a masochist. This is how masochists are formed. This right here. This is not the good that people think it is. This is the other side of the evil. This is the unseen part of the evil, because you see the head is pushed into the body. There's plenty of confusion in here too. A lot of confusion, stagnation. It's pulling space and time around them, just like they show you in the videos. I want to say about gravity. It just pulls everything down. This creates a black hole. And then this person then has to fight to get away. Remember, this person is lying. I keep saying this over and over again, because from every angle. Now, we might get cut off again with my videos. We're about at the end of it. Everything this person does is to hold on to that one for their will, not love. And I don't care if the kids are involved. I don't care whatever. Distortion is distortion. It's still a distortion. This is dark energy. This is dark, and this is dark. This one wants to flee the body. This one wants to take the head of the other person and put it on their body. So they don't want their head. They want their head. That's why they can't say no. After 10, 15 years, they can't